Hello there folks, and welcome back to another speed paint video. It's been a hot minute since I've done a Pokemon speed paint, and I felt inspired in this past couple of weeks to do some Mega Evolution art. I've recently been doing a playthrough of Pokémon Legends ZA, where I've been trying to catch shiny Pokemon before each of my promotion matches. I've had a lot of fun doing so, and it's had me reminisce about my shiny hunts I did when the game first launched too. So I thought it would be fun to draw the shiny versions of some of the new Mega Evolutions that were introduced in Pokémon Legends ZA. So without further ado, let's get into the speed paint. The first one that I drew was Mega Dragonite, and this was something that I wanted to shiny hunt even before I knew what the shiny looked like for this Mega. I had a lot of speculations before I finally found out what the real colors were. I was wondering if it would still be the green that Dragonite is, I wondered if it would be pink to match shiny Dragonair and Dratini, or maybe it would be blue, which is what the actual option ended up being. This light blue color very much matches the color of Dratini in its normal coloration, and I just think that's just so cute. I feel like there's something very heavenly and sweet about this color palette, and it's just so adorable. Truly just a wonderful Pokemon. Mega Dragonite is super cute. I love that it has those big wing ears like Dragonair does. I just think this thing is just so lovely. It's truly just a beautiful, cute little thing. It's everything I could have possibly wanted from a Mega Evolution for Dragonite, and I'm so glad they released this thing. It is awesome. For this illustration, I wanted it to have like a nice, serene, nighttime vibe, so I have it flying around in a starry sky with some light aurora in the background because I thought that would be kind of cool. I wanted to really embrace this color palette with its pinks and blues because I think that that's just so cute. And I really wanted to just make this thing feel very magical and happy, since I think that's kind of the vibe with Dragonite, right? After all, its Mega Evolution entry says that it tries to knock you out as soon as possible in an act of mercy, which is like low-key crazy. Like, it doesn't want you to suffer, so it just beats the shit out of you as fast as possible, which is so funny. Just a very funny Pokemon, very cute. I really love this thing, and its Mega is just so awesome. By the way, while I was working on these, it was before the Pokemon Home update came out, so I didn't have any good clean renders of any of the shinies for these Megas yet, so I had to rely on in-game screenshots, both from myself and ones that other people on the internet have taken. So if you helped take pictures of these shinies, thank you. You really made it easier for my art reference before the Pokemon Home update dropped. By the way, I drew all these illustrations live on my Twitch channel, so if you want to watch some of these arts be drawn live, go follow my Twitch. I'm trying to get 50 followers on there right now so I can unlock VIP members, so I think that would be pretty cool. Anyway, Dragonite's super cute. I love this Mega. I love how round and fluffy it is. I think it is so adorable. I love this color palette so much. It really just leans into everything I love about color palettes, and it's just a lovely shiny. I definitely need to evolve the Dratini I caught a while ago up so I can get this shiny for myself in the game. The next shiny Mega we have is Mega Absol Z. As soon as I saw that Absol was there in the DLC, I was like, there's no way they're gonna show us the same Mega Absol again. They totally have a new one for it, and I felt so, like, smart for predicting that, even though it was like 5 seconds before something really obvious happened. I just think the Mega for this thing is awesome. I feel like there's so many, like, Megas and other designs, especially in modern Pokemon, that really would have, like, appealed to me when I was a kid, and I just think that's so lovely. Like, my inner child is loving this freaking edgy, dark, one-winged angel type Absol. It's just so cool. I love that it kind of leans into the yin-yang angle of Absol, with both of the Megas being like either white or black. I think that's super cool. I think they go together really well. And the shiny for Mega Absol Z is suitably subtle. Like, it doesn't change too much about it, it just kind of changes the usual accents back to red. The red accents become dark blue as well to match with the other Absol colors. It's kind of like it just switches colors on some of the parts of its body. I think that's pretty cool. I also love its tail shape. I didn't really get a good look at it until I was doing the speed paint. It is a very funny, like, clawed shape for its tail. I think that's super cute. Very cool. I love how asymmetrical this design is too. Just a very cool Mega. Absol's just, like, such a good Pokemon. I love this thing. I mean, everyone does. I don't think I've ever met anybody who didn't like Absol. It's just such a good Pokemon. Its shiny is, like, so lovely. And I think in this form it's just super cool too. I really wanted to play with dramatic lighting in this one and with dramatic clouds. I wanted it to feel like it was in like a lunar eclipse, like something completely crazy was about to happen. And maybe this Absol's trying to warn you like, hey, shit's about to go down and you gotta get out of here. Maybe that's the vibe that this Absol has, and I think that's pretty fun. I wanted to play with the dramatic shadows, I wanted to play with the colorful dramatic lighting on the clouds, and yeah, the lighting and values in this piece gave me a little trouble because I wanted it to still be readable, but eventually I think I managed to get where I was going. It really helped to put like a nice light outline on the art of Absol itself, so that way it stands out a little bit more from the background. Plus it makes it feel like it has a bit of a rim lighting effect as well. And man, this was just a very cool design. I was so like amazed when I saw it for the first time in the game. It's just a very cool Pokemon. Next up is Shiny Mega Frostlass, and I know Frostlass doesn't have like the best reputation for being a good shiny Pokemon. A lot of people think it's a little too subtle or hard to see, but to be honest, I really like it. I think it's so good. Like, I think that pink color of its ribbon goes so well with its palette. I love that the rest of its colors become just a little more muted. It's a very subtle shiny, yes, and it can be very hard to see, especially in Scarlet and Violet. But I think it's really good, and I think there's definitely more subtle shinies out there that are harder to see. I think Frostlass is noticeable, and I think it goes well with its design. I actually have a shiny Mega Frostlass in the main copy that I have of Legends ZA. I actually found a shiny Snorunt while I was trying to go for an Alpha Go-Goat for a side quest, and what a funny surprise that was. She ended up joining my team and being a great learner of Ice Beam for the quest with the Fist of Justice stuff. It was truly just a fun surprise there. Very cute Pokemon. I was so pleasantly surprised to see that it had a Mega too. Very cool. I just love the design of this thing. I love how like long and tall that it is. Like Glalie is so like round in its Mega, and this one's so like skinny and long. So I love that they kind of got like a 0 and 1 sort of vibe. Like they're kind of like the binary numbers, right? If you put them together. It's kind of cool. I also love that it's got bigger horns here. It makes it more classically like a yokai. I think that's pretty cool. I didn't really notice that until I was drawing it for myself. I was like, oh, this is so like old yokai art. This is awesome. And this thing is just so cool. I also think it's funny that Frostlass's hands are tied directly to its head and not its torso. That's something I always sort of forget about until I'm drawing it, and then I draw it again, I'm like, oh yeah, that's how Frostlass is built. Very cool Pokemon. I love this design. I think it's so sick. And this shiny is honestly pretty underrated. I know it's a subtle shiny, but it's a really good subtle shiny, and I think it's just super cool. I had so much fun making the blizzard effects in this, making it really feel like you're caught in a sudden snowstorm that this Pokemon's bringing down right on top of you, in the middle of an otherwise clear night. I just thought this would be super cool, and this pays homage to my very own Frostlass that I have in the game. Very awesome Pokemon that I've loved since the beginning, and I'm so glad it finally got a Mega. The last shiny that I've got for you guys today is shiny Mega Lucario Z. And I don't know what I expected the shiny to look like, but when I saw someone post about it on Instagram, this was not the color palette I expected at all. But I do love it. If you've been following my channel for a while, you would probably see that I do love cool colors. They are so fun, and I usually dye my hair those colors too in real life. And this thing just has an awesome, somewhat garish color palette that I think is super cool. And shout out to everybody who's ever posted an image or screenshot or anything of this thing online, because I had so much trouble finding good screenshots of the shiny, so everyone who did manage to get a good one, thank you. It makes it a lot easier for me to see it. I'm sure by the time I'm recording this now, I probably could have gotten a good home render of the shiny, but, you know, at the time I was drawing this, I did not have that, so it was really nice to have good screenshots by the shiny hunting community of this Pokemon, because it's just so cool. Mega Lucario Z is like so awesome. I love that it really leans into like more of the Anubis aspects of its original inspirations. I love how it's got like that like fluffiness to it that I think is pretty cool. And it's very funny that it trades in its classic like big shorts like leg design into having something closer to like yoga pants. I think that's kind of fun. It's just got such a cool design, and the original color palette's really good too. I mean, obviously everyone says it looks like Miku. I totally love that. I think that's pretty fun. But this shiny's also really cool. I love the purple. I love how well it pairs with the teal. I just think this is such a good shiny. It is so cool. This is just such a good Pokemon. I love the dramatic eyeliner it has too. I think that's a lot of fun. I love when a Pokemon has like a dramatic eyeliner type thing on its design. I think that's always so fun and cool. It makes it feel even more expressive. This thing is just so awesome. I definitely want to do a playthrough where I have one of these. It's just that it takes so long to get the Mega Evolution Stone for it. But hey, maybe I'll use Mega Lucario Z in like Pokemon Champions or something. Maybe that's what I'll do. Either way, just a very cool Pokemon. Super awesome. I love its design. Its shiny is such a surprise. And I totally love it for that. I think it's so fun. Like, I feel like the surprising color palette here really reminds me of, like, the way 3DS era shinies were. Like, X and Y really were the first batch of, like, really surprising cool shinies because they had the freedom to really just do whatever they wanted with them in a way that they really couldn't with the sprites. And this just reminds me of that. It's kind of nostalgic despite being a very recent Pokemon design, and I really love this thing. Very cool Pokemon, and very fun to draw too. And with that, that's all the art that I've got for you guys today, so thank you all so much for watching! Let me know in the comments which one of these illustrations is your favorite, and if you've ever used one of these shinies on your own team. I'd love to hear about it. If you like these illustrations, by the way, they're also available as wallpaper packs on my VGen shop and my Ko-fi shop. So if you want to use them on your own computer or whatever other device you have, feel free to go give them a download. It would help support my art. Thank you, by the way, to my Ko-fi members for making this video possible. My Ko-fi members help support my art by making my income more consistent and help me live out my dream of being a full-time artist. So sincerely, thank you to each and every one of you. You really help my dream come true. If you would like to join them, you can go check out my Ko-fi page in the description below, where I have a link where you can join as a member for as little as $1 a month, or you can also check out my shop, or just follow for free updates as to what I'm up to. I'm trying to get 100 monthly members before the end of 2026, so even if you join at just $1, it really does help towards that goal. I'm also trying to afford a new computer since I've had the same one for a long time and it's really starting to show its age recently. So if you'd like to help me make more ambitious videos, consider donating or joining as a member so I can get a new computer. If you're interested in commissions, go check out my VGen page. I've got some new services up and available on there, and I've also got a sale going on until Tomodachi Life Living the Dream comes out, because, well, I want to be able to buy that game, and I think it would be super cool. So if you're interested in getting some custom art, whether it be character designs, character art, or stream assets, go check out my VGen page, and I'd love to work together with you. And with that, that's all that I've got for you guys today, so thank you all again so much for watching this video. I'll see you all again next week with another art video, and in the meantime, why don't you guys go out there and make some art.